Psycho barely getting away. Oh, and the delay damage from the trap and the slow taken in. Oh, Yelly Haze just catches him off.
You know, talk about really unlucky there, because he does use the final blow to try and negate the damage, but unfortunately it's just like literally 0.2 seconds off from the delayed damage, but the fight is already beginning. Heath is going to make the run for it.
And R7 here in half dragon form, able to push people back because he still has some Sha energy. Oh, it resets. Curteasy here putting a beat on him, and they are going for what I think is the second turtle of the game. It's taking quite a while. And Hajizi, oh, he says the coast is clear, but for how much longer?
Well, I believe that it's pretty much clear for him for the taking at the moment if we look at it, but they are focusing on towards Kenji. Instead, they do get the turtle, but a 2v1 commencing down towards the bottom side doesn't result too much, but here comes the big one.
Oh no, Vin here trying to save his life, and all from behind, in comes Hajizi. The machine is online, and so far they have gone to building enough confidence to mess with Albert, but some breathing room for the King of Kings here, their jungler. He's able to get his purple at least.
Yeah, he's got the purple. He immediately goes in for a little wander as well. Now, going for the invasion, he's still going to be chased up, so you know, Ling doing Ling things, he could easily move around.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, oh yeah, we've got to catch on it. Oh yeah, it's Ling. Oh, that's so much fun. He just jumps away and makes a full rotation down towards our top or bottom side, and we can't catch up. Fun stuff, fun stuff. But I think RRQ at this point in time, as long as they kind of just maintain the goal differential to about 2 to 3K, it's going to be relatively fine. Omega won't be able to kind of force situations on top of RRQ Hoshi unless they get a catch.
Yeah, here you can see already, right? We're about 7 minutes into this game. How disciplined and how good these two teams are.
Oh.
Hold up! That's going to be some burst damage laid down onto Vin, but he doesn't go down without a fight. Yelly Haze destroyed. Tempest of Blades here, chasing him down. That's Albert looking for one. Psycho finds Hajizi. That's going to be a shutdown onto the Roger, and they are sitting neck and neck, 4-4. But all this time, Omega Esports was just setting up a push.
Oh, there's more than Ruby has already arrived, and they're already chasing right in. Psycho caught in between, but they are trying to make an escape out of that.
Oh, R7 waiting in the bushes. Oh, using the tail of the dragon. They're trying to make Kenji pay. He does get himself a Cyclone Eye, but off camera, that's going to be Lemon taken down. It's a marksman and marksman fight, and that's Curteasy winning down bottom.
Definitely we're going to be having to look in towards itemizations as well, because at this point it's getting a lot more interesting. So Gideon, just looking at things, we've already got some big stuff coming in the way.
Yeah, honestly, we're looking at Lemon, who only just has his endless battle here. But we're looking over at Cardeezy. He's already got the Demon Hunter sword on top of the boots, on top of that corrosive sight. So he's going to be pretty relevant into this game. He might not be doing the most amount of damage, but at the very least, he's slowing them down for the rest of his team to kind of catch up and take out.
And looking at Hajizi, he is, I guess, halfway through his endless battle as they go for this turtle, the very last in the game. Ooh, looking for it. There you go. They take the turtle, and just like that, it's a Mexican standoff. It's just who's going to pull the trigger first, who's going to jump in with their ults and start it strong. And I think in this situation, without R7, Omega Esports has the range advantage, especially with the reach that the Abyssal Arrow has.
Yeah, and he's all the way on the other side of the map, and they've already understand that. Oh, flicker right in!
Ejector onto one. That's going to be Vin, blasted down by 4 members of Omega Esports.
That was huge. Absolutely huge.
It's just a mistake on Vin's side. He threw out the stun and realized, oh, I got nothing left. I already flickered out of the way. This doesn't mean anything. And Heath just took full advantage, flickering forward an unstoppable force. But Curtsy now going to initiate a huge fight, and that's going to be a double pick-off for Omega just to get that return kill. Look at that, 5 to 8, and it's only a 2K difference.
It's so clinical, these two teams, the way they play. I mean, this cliche has been mentioned. I'm pretty sure I'm beating a dead horse, but it's so chess-like, right? I'll give up my pawn, you can have a rook, but then after that I'll take a bishop. That's what this 5-8 is looking like, especially with this, you know, relatively small 3K lead.
Indeed, but for the RQ Hoshi side, they're slowly losing pieces after pieces on an unequal term. And speaking of which, they're going to be taking this buff if they don't do anything about it.
Ooh, that's going to be Psycho coming in between 4 members. He wants it. Kenji trying to look for a good hook, and he finds it. In comes Hajizi, but that's going to be a stun. Psycho pays the price. R7 says, get out of our jungle. We don't want y'all here. But Hajizi wants more. Does he have the support? Yes, he does. Oh, they're waiting. They're waiting. They say we're calling it tough.
Nah, it's not worth it at this point because, again, their main target here is Cortese. As long as he has his ult, it's just not worth going for anybody else unless it's maybe a Yelly Haze, but Yelly Haze is barely in the fight, or even Kenji, but even Kenji has his ult still up.
That's right, and with that being said, we're looking at Omega Esports side. Now that they are so much more up ahead after a couple of all these sort of picks, they're starting to feel a lot more confident about taking every single thing that they have inside the jungle. All they can do is just wait for the right moment to strike in. We do have the Lord up available, but over here, a little bit of a slight 1v1 between Albert as well as Kenji.
Oh, it's just the battle of swords and sights, and here comes Lemon, Tempest of Blades, barely misses. Oh, he's got some dashes here. He's trying to grab, oh, there you go, full range stun here by Yelly Haze. Gonna be using the dashes, trying to get out of there. Not enough to save Lemon. That's 1 for free. Oh, this while they were going for the Lord. Psycho goes down. Hajiji takes him. Here comes R7.
What?
Oh, wow! A dragon helps the Lord get stolen by R7. That's going to be R7 surviving. Oh, I think it's worth it already. Crossbow of Tang. 4 members down. Traded off for the Lord. Oh.
No way. No absolute way. Even though they do get the Lord, just look at the Ruby right down below. Like, this Lord doesn't mean a thing at all after getting snatched away, but at least it buys some time for RRQ Hoshi.
I mean, they're up by 5 towers at this point. RRQ Hoshi has not been able to kind of break through. Omega will be stopping that Lord right in its tracks. And I mean, if they had more of a wave onto mid and topside, they might have been able to get both inhibitors at the same time. And I think RRQ Hoshi, this game is slowly slipping out of their hands.
I hate to say it, but stealing that Lord at that very moment is the equivalent of using a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It held them back for what, 30 seconds tops? And they're still maintaining map pressure.
Yeah, and of course, with that, they only gain maybe very slight edges out of that by just putting their bodies at where all these sort of bullets are coming through, and they just have to do something just to have that knee-jerk response. And while at it, I guess they just have to wait for another sort of opening at this moment, which is not going to come by, not until 20 minutes or so.
Speaking of 20 minutes, Gideon seems to know what timers are like. And Gideon, what's your feel, man, right now before this fight happens? Oh, it actually has started. Too late. Cortese gets blasted by Vin. They're looking for some revenge here. Vindication. That's what Omega Esports is looking for. They take out Yelly Haze. R7 is a man on a mission. They're going to blast this turret and push Omega Esports back in. Now, that timer, man, 13 minutes in. How long until we see Lemon pop off?
I mean, honestly, let's double check the items so I have a better idea of what where is he with that. Lemon is currently at 6,000 gold. He's got 2 items, both pretty defensive. He doesn't even have the golden staff yet. I think at this point of time, he needs to get the golden staff to have that major kick of damage. So he'll probably get that at the 42,000 gold mark. So my guess is going to be the 16 or 15. I'll give him a bit of credit if he doesn't die and works perfectly. 15-30.
Ooh, very close. And that's Kenji flickering in. Enough to save him. Tempest of Blades. Oh, no. Albert don't want none of this. And Hajizi putting a beat on him. There's the unstoppable force from behind. Can they juggle the aggression from underneath the turret? Kenji's still alive.
No.
Lemon about to get destroyed. Hajizi gets him. Heath puts the nail in the coffin. It's a trade so far. Hajizi for Lemon. The fight continues. Kenji's looking low. That's a blast onto Heath. Vin takes him down. This turret still stands. And only RRQ can win fights that way. Going back and forth, back and forth.
And they are just forcing fights by hook or by crook. There's no other way to go about it. They don't care if they lose one member as long as they get more in return.
I'm not gonna lie, Vin's is starting to become a bit of a problem for Omega in this point. And I think that's where the executional part of it is starting to kick in, because as you can see, Yelly Haze, he's not landing as many abyssal arrows, and even if he does, he's probably not gonna be able to capitalize on it in comparison to Vin, who just goes in, full combos you, walks away and says, R7, go get him, boy.
Yeah, and we've already seen purchases like the Blade of the Heptaseas coming in as well, so very much interesting as we hit towards the 15-minute mark. You can see that we are having pretty much an equal level terms after so many fights. RRQ Hoshi, not in the number of kills, but the goal has already been equal.
Oh, yeah. Barely 1,000 now, barely 1,000. RRQ, Hoshi, the King of Kings, have figured out this strategy. And just like that, I think Gideon is on the mark pretty much. About, what, 3 minutes away since he did say. And right now,
Albert.
Omega Esports isn't as confident with the Lord this time around.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I mean, honestly, I was off by a full 30 seconds there. Lemon just got his Winds of Nature, and that's going to be a huge, huge buy, because that means Cartesian as well as Kenji can't take full advantage of him.
Things are looking relatively difficult at the very sent out. Demon Hunter Sword being purchased by Hajizi, so a little bit more spike coming in for the Roger, which is definitely at this point in time.
Yep.
You see a little bit of split push being done by RQ Hoshi.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still not letting their eyes off as Omega Esports still eyeing on towards the Lord.
Yep, that's the advantage that Albert has here as the Ling. He's able to push these lanes, cut him where he needs to without any punish, actually, because of Finch Poison. That's exactly what he's doing. But it looks like Omega knows he's up there. Omega wants to make the most of the situation and is trying to force a fight with RRQ. What they're trying to do is catch one off at least, and that's a good -1. A -1 goes miles in situations like this.
This is the situation that they are looking for, making sure that somebody takes good care of the side lanes, and as many members goes there, they will try to find a setup over on towards the Lord side.
Oh, wait, there's a
And-
fight.
oh.
Is there not a fight? No.
They catch one, that's full stuns onto Vin.
Oh.
Honestly, at this point in time, it's a game of cat and mouse. Whoever gets picked off first is going to essentially win or lose the fight. But I have to point out here, it's 9-14. It's they're 3 towers ahead. They're literally 5 kills ahead as well. And it is 49.2k to 49.8k. Where is the disparity here? There is almost no disparity at all, even though in every single numbers and 2 turtles on top of all of those stats, how is Omega not ahead? RRQ has just been really proficient in their way of farming.
If I may build on that, it's a game of cat and mouse where neither is sure which they are, right? It's also a blind game of cat and mouse. They catch Kenji off guard in the Omega Esports side of the jungle towards the purple. That's a huge -1 for Omega. I wonder how Omega's gonna just recover from here.
That's right, a big opening that they have managed to find just by having the Benedetta pulling all the attention, and now they fixate their attention on towards Lord. Instead, they want Omega to commit. Without that Ruby, things are definitely going to look a little bit haywire in this sort of fight.
Sideways, if you ask me, sideways for Omega Esports. This time, that's a huge chunk of damage, of lifesteal, and of crowd control. And I think what Omega Esports trying to do is reset.
I think at this point, it's about finding the opportunity to get the angle, because right now, look at that bottom wave. It's pushing in naturally. As long as RRQ just kind of chill and just wait, somebody is going to have to deal with that slowly building up wave. And RRQ, they don't mind doing it because they are scaling towards the late game. And Omega, they've run out of time at this point, and they have to solely believe in their own mechanics to actually win them out in these bigger fights.
That's right, and now we're hitting 18-30. With most of the members already hitting level 15, and I guess this is where it's all about completing your items at this point in time.
At M2, or at least, right? And even the playoffs, I think Omega Esports is just going to jump the gun. They're just going to go for it, saying, just start it up, start it up. Just hope that Vin isn't there and that Albert isn't ready with the retribution.
Oh, this is going to be big news here. Ruby is being pretty occupied, but they understand once again, they're going to go in for another reset, but Heave, though, playing with fire.
Oh, he got caught out. That's at least one ultimate from Vin. They have the timer. They have to make sure that inside, deep inside, they know what it looks like for the opponent, what kind of firepower they're packing. And, wow, again, they're back to the game of how low can you get Lord before the opponent actually jumps in, bites.
Yeah, and Lemon, although he's 60%, easily could just find his way to live steal Malefic Roar on the hands of Cortese. And yeah, very much interesting.
Just keep your eyes like, and while this boomerang game of who can get the Lord lowest before resetting, just look on the opposite side of the map here, because you can see that Ling as well as Ruby are both trying to make sure those lanes are clean. And RRQ, simple macro here, just get a wave pushing on their side, because again, if Omega Esports walks out too far, you can punish. If one person goes over, you start the Lord. You put them between a rock and a hard place, and eventually somebody is gonna crack.
Yeah, and if we do look at the goal differentials, it honestly doesn't.
Like slowly but surely, RQ Hoshi's been saying, all right, if you don't do anything about this, Albert's just gonna push and penetrate your lane down bottom. And right now, again, back to the game of hot potato onto this Lord. It's a matter of allotting resources. How much are you willing to put on the line to be able to take this huge objective? Now Psycho at half health, and now it's Lemon they send over. Oh, this is gonna be a push.
Yeah, and that's my attention actually fixating on towards the lower side of the map, and with that, RQ still wants to play this Dance of Death. How are we going at it finally?
Oh, they're going in. This is no turning back. That's Heath getting blasted. He's still alive. R7 with the black dragon form. Tempest Ablaze in here. That's going to be a knock-up on the Psycho. R7 being pushed back. That's going to be Vin taken down by Hajizi. Oh, it's looking grim. Heath destroyed from the back line by Psycho. That's going to be 2 for 1. Lemon destroyed by Hajizi. And now the Wolf, the machine, is on the chase. Psycho, oh, he needs the Cyclone Eye. Oh, he's going to get it. But inside the orange buff pit, that's going to be the Hajizi run. Taken down one last 1 for 3. Is this enough space for the Lord?
This should be plenty of space for the Lord, actually, unless Albert makes a fat steal here, which I don't think he's going to do. In most situations, Lings are just going to cut the wave, but considering the wave still has a long way to go.
Oh,
no,
the burst is just too much. That's what, 4 members of Omega Esports? Oh man, our RQ Hoshi's very own R7 was a little too optimistic.
Yeah.
Absolutely dropped the ball right there. You can see Albert can only fly around just to see this Lord go in the hands of Omega Esports. And I'm pretty sure the Filipino fans here rejoice after that long dance. And
here comes Luminous Lord.
Oh, but he got away with it anyways, right? Here we go now. Finally, the first inhibitor taken down, and it's going to be on the side of RQ Hoshi. That's going to be quite a few ults spent by RQ to take down Lord alongside that inhibitor up top as well. So it's a 2 for none, relatively clean for Omega Esports. Impressive how they're able to just center and just gather themselves once more, especially after earlier how RQ Hoshi was slowly turning the whole map blue.
Right, and now Psycho tries to cut off the wave, but what big ping!
That's going to be Hajizi running away. Immortality popped in here. Vin destroyed by Kurt the Hurt Teasy, and now Hajizi. That's going to be R7 taking him down. It's so far a 1 for 1, and right now Albert destroyed once more by the 1-1, and they're going in. That's a lot of damage coming in from Lemon. That's Heath. Mr. Fundamental destroyed, and right now that's another pull. Lemon survives. Oh, I think he's going to heal up because they're still ready. They're going for this half health on all members of Omega Esports. They may have been going in too deep, and I think the investment has already been spent. R7 destroyed. That's going to be 1. Oh, Heli Hayes, that's going to be 2. They're trading back and forth. 2 members left.
Good plays coming in from RQ Hoshi. Even though they had a bad situation, they just have to make sure that they understand who scales into this game. Okay, Albert dies. Who do we have to depend on? Lemon. If you have to throw your body in to buy some time, then throw your body. Just like what they're doing out now, it's going to be a 2v2 situation.
Oh, they trigger the crossbow tang, but Psycho gets away.
Oh no.
Full range. Oh, that's going to be a pull by Kenji. And that's Lemon. That's Lemon finally shut down. And that's 2 defenders. So Vin is back in here, so that's some wave clear on the side of RQ Hoshi.
Just look at it, 50 over seconds. Kyoshi at the very least still have 3 members up. So this is where Omega Esports can continue to apply the pressure, but they might not even need it right now.
Electo final blow used to clear the waves, but Curtizi will take down the turret. Anyways, what is this? About a minute away from we knew that there was no one in the bush. I think Yelly Hayes hasn't warded that area yet. If he only knew that he was right in his face, he could have used that mobility to close the gap. But right now, oh, nice catch. That's going to be Lemon caught by the ejector, and he's going to get blasted down. Heath trying to run, save his life, and he survives. But look at Albert. Albert looking to just cut the waves. Oh, it's a silent Cold War between Kenji and Albert.
Both sides just not letting up here, but at the end of the day, who wins out in these later stages? I mean, Yelly Hayes, he's going to take some damage. Psycho is just going to chase him down, and nope, the rest of the team back off, and they could, I mean, I don't think Lemon wants to fight without his ult here, so Psycho has got to be real careful.
Psycho right in between all these members of Omega Esports, not looking all too great. As much as he has immortality, he can buy only very a few seconds in towards this match, but he's trying his best to make it out alive. Lemon, as much as he's nearby, He's still
What?
getting out of this.
What?
I take my words back.
Psycho things. R7, Black Dragon form catches Yelly Haze off. Lemon finishes him off. That's already a -1. And looking at the map in general, Omega East Vindication anywhere soon. Not even Psycho. Again, we know Psycho runs away like this. This is what he does.
Yeah, he just gets away with everything on the line. He's just pulling.
But Albert, he's able to control this, and he's going in for the full engagement.
Oh, there's going to be heat. His immortality pops inside. He has a few shields to buy time. Oh, Curtizi, just in time. Crossbow of tank, and they burst him. That's heat taken down. R7. Where is R7? That's going to be Curtizi. Oh, Hajizi as well. They're running away. Oh, can Psycho finish him off? Lemon from behind. Kenji gets him. That's Psycho taken down. Curtizi, 1-1 off the table right now. Kenji flickers in, saves himself just in time, and now there's Hajizi. There's two chances at a steal here. Hajizi and Kenji, I don't know, Yelly Haze needs to start clearing waves. And, yo, this might be our RQs. I feel like RQ is just more confident this time around.
Like it should be. However, Selena and those Abyssal Arrows could be the game changer. Vin just waiting for the catch. He gets caught out himself.
Oh, Vin is still alive because they are going to burst down Yelly Haze. And Yelly Haze is still in this. Vin gets destroyed. Hajizi gets him from behind. The delayed damage gets down Yelly Haze. And there's still 4v3. Hajizi survives. Him. Oh, they're looking for the juke, and oh, what a transform! Oh, they're gonna find them anyways. Kenji's still in this. There's not enough damage from the side of Omega though.
Fight's still going on here, going strong. This brawl is gonna go. Kenji finally gets taken out. The ejector onto Psycho. This is finally looking good for RRQ. My goodness, Omega, they've got to be real frustrated about this entire situation.
Yo, just look at the waves that's already crashing right in.
Oh, this is something that RRQ has to watch out for as well. Again, note, they can join fights as long as they want, but if they don't manage their waves, it could end in the blink of an eye. And I think all of these long team fights, it's resulted in, again, more members of Omega coming back, but finally this is third Lord. I can say confidently, it's gonna go definitely to RRQ Hoshi. Oh! Definitely close. I thought there was another Vin situation.
Yeah, it almost could have been in that sort of sense with Heath being so close by. And unfortunately, things are starting to open up for the side of RQ Hoshi. And
inhibitors for Omega Esports. Curtizi taking down Vin. That's going to be a crossbow of Tang. Hajizi destroyed here. It's just a matter of time. They just need to focus down on the base. And ladies and gentlemen, the King of Kings take game number 1 after a long, drawn-out game here in the very last day. Oh, sorry, the last game of day 1 in the play.